Hello! Hello, are we live? Hold on, give me a second here. There's some newfangled technology that's been applied to YouTube for the last 5 days that I'm gone. We are still multi-streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. But yeah, we're back, baby. Welcome back. How you guys doing? My name is Deeps, your #1 failed paranormal detective. And Handcam, Gunpla, Armored Core, 30-minute missions kit builder. And yeah, we're back for the last build of the year. Yeah. I don't know what else I was gonna say. I don't know. I don't know why I was like pausing for like some sort of like intro foreplay that I usually do, but we're good. Yeah, so to those who may be watching on YouTube, or to those who may or may not know, IRL stream when become a nuisance in a different country. Let's see here. I do have intro foreplay, sorry. To those who may or may not know, we do multi-stream on Twitch and on the YouTubes. So yeah, initially I was doing 3 multi-streams technically. 2 for YouTube, 1 for Twitch. Twitch was just the, the regular stuff that you guys see. And on YouTube there was a vertical and a horizontal stream using different encoders. But YouTube came out with this newfangled technology that is like, you can have a cropped version of your stream that ends up as a shorts, and yeah, so it's probably scuffed. It looks scuffed from what I'm seeing. I don't know if anybody's actually seeing it, but regardless of that point, we're here, baby. We're doing this. Yeah, how are you guys doing today? I know I've been gone for what, like 5 days? I had to work. And because, as I mentioned last week, this will be my last streaming week for the year. So yeah, work hard, play hard, baby boy, you know it. But yeah, so this will be the last build of the year, and we're gonna finish up Pokemon tomorrow and on Sunday if we don't finish it tomorrow. But I think we will. I think we'll finish Pokemon tomorrow. But yeah, let me oh god. It's been a while, dude. Like, I was even debating of like if I was gonna stream today because I was so tired. I went to the gym. This is the Deeps complaints again, but I went to the gym and I was like so tired coming back out of the gym. Had made dinner, but I was like, no, I must stream. This is my last streaming week for like the year, and you guys won't see me in 3 months. And in streamer terms, not seeing a streamer for 3 months is basically not having a streamer exist at all. So, or not 3 months, sorry, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. A streamer not streaming for 3 weeks is basically not existing. So I gotta make sure you guys still remember me for as long as you can. Against your will, of course. I might not be as chatty. I say that as I'm chatting my mouth off, but I might not be as chatty today because I used up so much of my like social energy at work, like meeting new people. Hi, I'm Deeps, all that, the stuff we do, right? So being normal. I had a new coworker come in today, and the dreaded question came up. The dreaded question of, Deeps, what do you do for fun? I was like, I'm such an introvert after work that I don't do anything for fun. So I was like trying to like scramble and answer like, yeah, I go to the gym. I like to watch movies, and it's all like solitary activities. And he was like, oh yeah. So you like to keep for yourself, huh? I was like, yeah. So I was like scrambling for an answer. I was like, oh yeah, I play games. I can't necessarily advertise to my coworker. I don't feel like it's appropriate to advertise to my coworkers that I'm a streamer. Not that it's a big deal. I just feel like it's weird. You know what I mean? Anyways. By the way, we're putting the OB runners here in the box because they don't fit here. And, you know the drill. We'll get to the OB laters. OB laters? Less socializing. That's true. I mean, here's the thing, though. My coworkers, they've been very nice to me. And I could bring out the energy to, like, socialize and be, a normal human being. But I have to like warm up. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like an old car. You have to like let me heat up, especially in the cold weather for a bit. Hit the temperatures right, and then I'm ready to go. Where were we? We were doing the arms, so we're gonna do the legs. Also, I won't just be low energy today. I'm probably, or rather, not as chatty, but I'm probably gonna be a little low energy. So do forgive me if I'm not the same. Hey guys, suck a dick. Not today. Not today. Actually, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Oh, let me drink some Wawa. You guys doing okay so far? I don't know. So, I realize I don't have insight as to how the stream looks on the vertical side of YouTube, because even if I open my own YouTube app, it doesn't show me what the vertical stream looks like. But you know what? Out of sight, out of mind, right? Out of sight, out of mind. Hold on. Speaking of out of mind, I'm losing my mind. Yeah. I feel like I overdosed on caffeine today. I had like 3 tall cups of coffee in the office, some cold brew and instant coffee, the elixir of life in the morning. After that, when I got home, I had like pre-workout. So, and then now like the top of my head has like this like migraine that's like going, I don't know why I'm doing that motion. Has like a migraine going. I'm just complaints today, but I'm fine. Let's just proceed to give you what you need. A, B, C, D. Also, could you believe it? It's almost the Christmas, eh? The holidays. I don't know why I'm doing the accents. Seems to be something I do. But it is almost the holiday season. Couple of weeks. I will be spending it with my family and some friends as I visit the homeland, the Philippines. Hope you guys have a good time too while I'm away doing your thing. I don't know where I was going with that. All right. I'm still trying to figure out like what our stream frequency is when I come back and on the regular. Oh god. I have GN Flag is still here. I almost hit him out. But I think we're gonna stick with the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe an occasional gorilla stream on the weekdays, like on a Wednesday or a Monday. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can do a weekday stream, like a middle of the work week stream, simply because like I'm like fucked. I'm like, so my energy literally like Monday. It's like, hold on, let me see if I can. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday jumps back a little bit, and then the moment I get home from Thursday work day, I go to the gym, do like a 20-minute run, and then some like core exercises, and then my energy on Friday just lowers down. So I think if I attempt to stream at least even for just 2 hours on a Wednesday or a Monday, that would wreck my like energy levels. So we're gonna do the typical like weekend streams. I don't know, that might be more appropriate. Unfortunately, your boy doesn't work from home anymore, or rather has work and it's not at home. So I must stay employed to afford healthcare, or rather more importantly, so we can buy video games and more gunpla, more model kits, all that jazz. C A B C C what? C12. 1 2. This is interesting. Put the peg through the hole. And then how? Oh, interesting. So if the C part here, this lighter gray, goes to the darker gray because there's like a peg that connects them, and then there's a hole in the darker gray that gets covered up a little bit or gets matched up with the lighter gray, and then you can't really push it further, so there's a bit of a gap. But it looks like this piece puts it together like that and covers it up, interestingly enough. All right, that's a fun looking thing. Whew. I'm already tired. It's only been like 10 minutes and I'm already like, fuck. A, B, C, D. Is there a specific orientation or just plunge it to the hole, I guess? I guess we just plunge it to the hole. Oh, I see. Okay. This is an interesting joint. I'll grab the other hip joint and then I'll show you guys what I mean. 17. Hi. Are you okay? Hi, Ember. How I was gonna say, how are you doing? It's just like you're just breaking your body, girl. What's going on? Welcome back. I'm just. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. No broken appendages, hopefully. My gosh. Every time you show, is it me? Every time, friend. You know, it's like something breaks. But I hope you're okay. I hope you got medical attention if it was needed. Yeah, man. I hope you're okay. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. I went to my stairwell because I go there to play on my phone. Can we is there something we could blame for the incident? Like maybe your shoelace were untied, the floor was wet. Is there? My God, I hope you're okay. Last we talked, oh man, no. Okay. Last we talked, or the last injury update was tongue related. So the mouth area has already been injured. So I hope there was no additional stress to the mouth region. Anyways, hold on. That's the hip joint. There was a ball joint here, and this piece goes on top of it, and it's pretty cool. Cool. Career-ending injury. Yep, it's fine. You can bounce back. You're still good, But what I'm saying is, like the last 3 weeks has been very bad, but hopefully that is the last test from God, right? There will be no more incidents. I'm assuming school. No, school isn't over, actually. School's done in like next week. But I'm hoping there will be no more incidents. You're accident prone? Did your family like piss off a witch or something? Like, dude. What's happening? Did your family get like cursed? To where like the descendants fourth in line or something? Like, well, you know what? I used to be sickly as a kid. I'm much, knock on wood, I'm much better now. But maybe that's it. You know, maybe you grow out of accidents. That's such a stupid thing to say. But you know, maybe maybe you do. But I hope you're okay. You know, they killed some Nathan. Yeah, that's. I curse you. I curse you. I'm a moron. I curse you. You know, moron. I prefer the term moron. Okay. Okay. So there is. Look at this. Hold on. Anyways, it's like a really small dumbbell. Beep beep. What am I doing? Hold on. Yeah. Yes, happy Friday indeed, you guys. Happy Friday indeed. God. I have to buy some stuff because I'm going on a trip right soon. I have to buy some stuff like travel size hand sanitizers and whatnot. Like, you know, travel sized whatever that I need to have a, you know, decent travel. Yeah. Cause I'll be gone for like 3 weeks basically, so fun. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm still broke. Sorry. I was gonna mention something. Oh, okay. So as I was getting out of my house, or my apartment rather, to go to the office today, I was like, the temperature is like not that bad. And when I went outside, there was like a thick fog. It was like Silent Hill. And I was like, what the fuck? It was like a thick fog outside, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" Luckily, it wasn't like bad. I was still able to like drive and shit, but but you know, like there's moments in your life where you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "Shit." The worst part is like, I wear like a leather jacket. Yeah, I wear a leather jacket to work, like a biker leather. I'm the only fucker. Well, I used to be the only asshole or fucker in the office who wears a leather jacket. But we have another guy who came in today who's also wearing a leather jacket. He's a new hire, so I'm like, shit. And his leather jacket is like, actually no, mine is better, but then his entire outfit is better than mine. So I'm like, fuck me. Fuck, he beat me. But anyways, I was like wearing a leather jacket, and then I was wearing like all black, and I'm like James Sutherland from Silent Hill. I'm going to realize I murdered my wife. That's how much fog there was in the area. Paycheck is soon. Same for me. I should get my first paycheck actually next week. Hopefully. If they don't give me my paycheck, then we're gonna be in trouble. Because I won't be in the office for like the next 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks rather. Oh well. Yeah, I'm a bit gassed, as you can probably tell today. So the energy levels are probably going to be less and less and less as we go on. And I'm not consuming any more caffeine while the stream is going on. Because I think I've overdosed on the caffeine today. Or rather this week. I've resumed the consumption of the elixir of immortality. So yeah. I've been making cold brew again. You know. I am on. That's right. I am on. I'm on one. A strong one. 2 white cups. And I got that drink. Could be purple or could be pink. Ain't know how you mix that shit. But I'm something when I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one. A strong one. Oh, hi, you know how? There's been modifications to your YouTube account, I see. Welcome back. Thanks for dropping by. I see. Hold on. Hold on. I'm good. Shit. My brain lagged like for a really long time there. It felt like I factory restarted for like other one. This is an interesting mix of things. Like we basically built like a little bit of a framey frame, and then put like the armor on. So yeah, pretty good so far. Hold on. Let me drink some water. Skinny arm, that's right. The camera doesn't help. The camera does not help too. Especially because I don't know like the focal point or whatever of the camera, but it doesn't help. Especially when I'm looking at, I have like a monitor this way to where I look at OBS, and looking at my arm, it's like it does not help. You know. What can you do though? What can you do? A, B, C, D. Sorry. It's genetics, man. You know, I can blame my mom all I want, but I mean, I could. There's only so much blame I can throw at her. The thing is, my uncle, my mom's brother, also has like small wrists, or not, yeah, small wrists, but I think my wrists are smaller than his. It got skinnier. Oh no. My diet's working. My diet's working. No need for that Ozempic. and peptides. It's interesting because it's like I see like on fucking Instagram reels and shit. So many guys are like on peptides. Not just guys, but then girls also. But then there's so many guys that are on peptides and they're like shredded as hell. And I'm like, shit, bro. Like, that's a lot of money. Just to like, you know, some people do have to take peptides to do weight management and stuff. And that makes sense for like a genetic perspective. Like if they're, you know, if they have like, you're on peptides too, huh? Yeah, so many people are on like peptides. In the form of steak. I thought you were serious there, Cheerio, for like 5 seconds. Did I cut the right piece? Hold on. No, I did. 21. 2030. 2030. 29 and 30. I did. Why do they look weird? What? 29. Yeah, this is D1. I did 29 and 30. Why does it look so weird compared to the photo? Oh, wait. The proportions just... Okay. Fuck. So let me show you what confused me. Hold on. The aspect ratio. But the perspective... So this is piece D130 and this is D130. And then it just angled like this. So the perspective looks a bit off. Sorry, I don't know. You know? You know? And it's supposed to be like this. And then like... Oh, okay. We are going to play Pokemon tomorrow. We're gonna try to wrap up Pokemon tomorrow, and if we can't wrap it up tomorrow, we'll have Sunday. But if we wrap it up tomorrow, we'll gamble on Sunday. So we're gonna do one last round of like slots, aka Clover Pet, on Sunday. It'll just be a Yap stream, but then that will be the last stream of the year. Until I come back like in the second week of January-ish. But yeah. This is the last few streams for the year before, you know, Christmas hits, before New Year hits, basically before I go on vacation. Digging through my brain, racking my brain, trying to figure out what I was about to say. 21 and 20. You know. But as I'm gone for those 3 weeks, I hope you guys don't. Well, you can forget me, it doesn't really matter. But I hope you guys come back when I come back. Truth be told, I am going back to my home country of the Philippines for a bit of a vacation. See some family, see some old friends, catch up with some people I haven't seen in a while. Basically take a break from the hustle and bustle of American life. And to have food. See you never. Yeah, I know you'd forget me, Cheerio. And you'd be like, who the fuck is this asshole? Unfollow, unsubscribe. Hi, Cruz. How you doing, friend? Thanks for dropping by. Immediately after tomorrow's stream. No. Wait till Sunday. wait till Sunday. Wait till Sunday, Cheerio. Then you can like unsubscribe and all. At least give me that. At least give me that. Fuck, hold on. You'd never forget me. I appreciate that, but you know, test of time. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. am I looking at? Hold on, sorry. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, there it is. Ah. It is Christmas, you know, we're gonna have. Hold on, hold on. Trying to. Okay, I got it. Fuck, how many? It's only been 30 minutes and I'm already losing my mind. All right. Thank you for dropping by as always, Yuna. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you when you drop by again. This is the second part of the stream, Cruz. It's 30 hours for me. 30 minutes is 30 hours. Hold on. D1. 30 minutes, 30 hours. Wasn't there like a Kanye song that was like, I was like, there was a hold on, hold on, let me pause the house music for a bit. Shit, there was like this is pre-cancel. Was it pre-cancellation Kanye? But it was like, I think it was pre-cancellation Kanye. There was like a song. It had a fuck. It had hours in it. It had an hours in the lyrics. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Oh, you know what? YouTube won't hear this. There is a 30 hours Kanye song. Yes, it was in Life of Pablo. That's why. Okay, it was pre-cancellation Kanye. It was pre-cancellation Kanye. Okay, hold on. Let me just play. Let me just add it to the music queue. Oh, I was right. See, I knew it. Hold on. Let me play. I don't care. 30 hours. That's the stream, baby. That's my build streams, baby. Especially this one. Oh, that's right. That's right. Wait, hold on. Cheerio, that passed by me real quick what you said. There's a Twitch rap. Like a Spotify rap. Like there's a yearly rap for Twitch. I didn't realize that. 30 hours. I also haven't been able to catch like other people's live streams because people that I follow live stream when I'm at work. So 30 hours. Baby, no. But I still drove 30 hours. So I haven't been catching people's live streams too, unfortunately. This is pre-cancellation Kanye, okay? There was another Kanye that was like with hours, like, dear God, make it all right. This is post cancellation. Post cancellation now. That song. And I still drove 30 hours. God, I remember when Life of Pablo came out when I was in college. There were like, I think like 3 versions of it, and we weren't sure which one was like, because Kanye kept changing it. Again, this is pre-cancellation Kanye. 30 hours. Oh, look at this knee. And Deeps bills in 30 hours. We're gonna, so we have to do this twice actually, but we're only doing one at a time right now, because it's like D1, D2. So I'm gonna build this leg first using D1 and B1, and then we'll do the D. We'll repeat the steps with D2 and B2. 28 and 31. My energy's coming back. I'm getting that second wind. That second wind for streamers. I see. I don't know how like other streamers do it, where they have a day job and then they come back and they stream every night. There's people like that. I don't know who, but they must exist. 30 hours. And I don't know how they do it. They're like immortal to me. Okay, don't worry. After this, we're gonna the house music will continue. This is interesting. Like, whatchamacallit? Ankle, ball joint, and this weird thingy thing. English. English. But yeah, it's like a ball joint with a weird thingy thing on it. It's pretty reasonable actually. As long as you don't overextend it, it's fine. It's very chicken legs, right? Like a lot of Armored Core stuff is like chicken leg based. Sorry. I use very big words. Chicken leg. 30 hours. Interesting. So here's so you can kind of already see where the leg, the ankle is, and then there's like a little bit of a heel, I guess, that extends to the back. Yeah. Interesting. A, B. 8 and 7. Ooh. 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 Sorry. I'd like to think house music is like audience agnostic, right? You either don't like it, or not don't like it, but you either don't care for it or you like it. I like house music. You know what? We're not gonna sand. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend we're gonna sand anything. I'm just gonna scratch shit with my nail and this X-Acto knife. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? I hope so. You know, I appreciate you guys for dropping by as always, listening to my Is it nonsense? Just woke up. That makes sense. Asia Pacific time zone. Weekend. Enjoying the weekend, huh? $7:42 a.m. That's an early wake, huh? Damn. It's an early wake. You would not actually, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say you would not catch me wake up at that time, not on like a weekend, but that's a lie because I have to wake up early tomorrow. For some errands, I have to visit my mom's place. Real quick to check on some things before I leave. So, I'm a liar. I will wake up early tomorrow. Relatively early than I would want to be awake. What am I doing? Hold on. No, this is the correct orientation. Okay, but where does hold? Oh, I'm a dumbass. Ah, okay. Cool. Let's do that. So we did it for the one of the legs. So we're gonna repeat the steps using B2 and D2. Let me drink some Wawa. Join the fun run. That's not a fun run. 3 to 4 a.m. That's not a fun run. There's nothing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing fun about running to me. That's not my sport. It's not my preferred activity of choice personally. The running is not a it's a cardio is not the preferred physical activity of choice for the deeps. Despite my thin looking wrists, I actually only run a total of 40 minutes a day. A week rather, not a day. I do cardio twice a week. 20 minutes of a combination of I call it a cycle of jog, run, sprint, walk. The machine tells me what to do. But I mean, when I was in school, in high school specifically, we used to do fun runs for school events. Like it was, I don't know if it was a charity fun run or it was just a random fun run my school did for fundraising for the school. Not that they needed the money, but anyways, we did fun runs, and I remember we would wake up around like maybe 4, and the race starts at like 5. So we didn't like, how do you say? We didn't like start running until the sun was like somewhat up. But I hated that, you know. I mean, like, I'm not a sun guy personally. I know I complained earlier about how like earlier today as I was headed to my car to go to the office, there was a thick fog like Silent Hill. But honestly, as long as there's no accidents, I prefer the thick fog of Silent Hill than the sun. Like a vampire. D2. Gotta get the runner D2. But if you like running, that's on you, you know, that you like what you like. Don't let any asshole, especially me, tell you it's not cool. It's just not for me. But I will say, I feel like running outside, I would enjoy it more than running on the treadmill. Right? Because like the scenery changes, the landscape changes, but I will be honest, the reason why I prefer running on the treadmill is that it's a little bit more efficient for me. And also like I only get to work out after work, so it's already like evening and I don't want to be outside anymore. There might be sun. Just like a cavalcade of like what is it called? Like complaints from me. It's like, yeah, all of this. Less stressful on your knee. I guess it depends on where you run, right? Like, I mean, in a lot of places in the world, if you run outside, if you run in the streets are paved shittily, but there's also good places where like the pavement is smooth. Like not smooth, but then it's like consistent, right? Well, it's not soft. You can at least like compensate with your running technique and maybe your shoes. But yeah, I think for me personally, the treadmill is just a little bit more efficient. It's not cost efficient though, because technically running outside is free, right? The only risk is like you get run over, you get stabbed, you see the sun, it's like and whatnot. But running on the treadmill, you either need to get a treadmill for yourself, or you join a gym, which is, or you have a gym in your area, and you're in your apartment complex, condominium, whatever. One thing I do like about the treadmill is that like you're kind of forced to run at pace, or to like to basically, you know, work out at the pace that the treadmill is set. If you're running a program, right? Or if you're not running a program, then it's like, oh, whatever. But you get what I mean? Like, I can't bitch out. I mean, I can bitch out, but I can't bitch out that much. Especially because I know, like, I'm only doing this for like 20 minutes or something. So might as well like go all out. But yeah, I still have pretty bad cardio, because like cardio is about endurance, right? The durability of your cardio, durability, but the, you know, your endurance. I can only do like 20 minutes. So the reason why I started doing a little bit of cardio every week is that every time I travel, I always have horrible experiences where like I have to run in an airport, either because like the TSA lines are so long, the fucking connection got delayed. The connection was like a tight connection, like 2 hours, 1 hour connection between airports, and then like a flight got delayed, so I gotta run from one terminal to another. Like it's all these things about traveling that I'm like, I need to at least dedicate some time to run. Because I don't know if you guys remember that scene from like Captain America Civil War, where like the Winter Soldier is running in the airport. That was literally me when I was flying to like, God, Singapore a few months ago. My fucking connection got delayed for 2 hours, and I had like a 2 hour and 30-minute layover, and so I only had 30 minutes left, and boarding started when my plane landed in the main airport where I was, you know, where I was outbound to like Singapore. So I had to run with like my fucking bag. Luckily, my airline was like, do you want to check in your bag for free? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. Luckily, I took the bait. But here's the thing though, right? Like because of that, I am so paranoid that I do want to make sure that my layovers are at least 3 hours. 4 is like, thing is 4 is can be a bit much, especially if you're flying like long distances. Like, because where I live, I have to connect to a bigger airport. Because like flights to Asia, they only happen in like specific airports. I always have to do a connection, and 2 hours is like comfortable. 2 hours, 3 hours is good, but staying 4 hours in an airport, sitting my ass there, especially if I woke up early to get to my first flight, is so ass. But to give a little bit of a perspective on my flight, yeah, sure, I'll dox myself. And my upcoming flight back to the Philippines, I'll be flying out of my airport around like 7 or 8 a.m. And I plan to wake up at like 4, get to the airport by 5. Hopefully TSA won't bite my ass. And then I'll stay in the airport for like 2.5 hours, fly to the bigger airport, and I have a 4-hour layover. So all I just said literally minutes ago made no sense at all, because I'm doing exactly what I don't want to do. But yeah, I might even wake up earlier and get to my airport in my city earlier too. Just because like TSA, like the lines during holiday season, even if it's early morning, is probably going to be so shit. So I ask for your prayers that I may be able to travel with no issues. Pray to whichever gods you believe in for me. Please. D2, 14, and 15. Here it is. Yeah. I don't know, like, to those who travel a lot, or who have had the opportunity to travel a lot, or relatively enough to like overseas, do you guys enjoy traveling? Like, not the destination part, not getting there, but the journey to get to your destination, like the airport, the airplane, the ride, like all of that. Do you guys enjoy it? I used to as a kid. I used to like enjoy the plane ride, but as I got older and as airplanes got shittier, it's just been negative experiences. Granted, I'm flying economy. You say that, Cruz. You say that, but here's the thing. They're slowly going to roll out Wi-Fi for free on specific airplanes here in the States. So, it's gonna get there. You never know. They might ask you to work, check some emails. Only takes a few megs. I did. So I did. Leanne, I did hear. I live in Texas. I've already said it. I live in Texas. And I don't live... I'll just say I live in Texas. I won't specify too much, but you can probably assume. A lot of you guys can probably figure out already where I am, but I live in Texas, and because I'm a Bandai shill, I buy from Premium Bandai, and I get those email notifications, and I don't unsubscribe because I need to stay in touch. I need to stay in touch with the latest happenings in Premium Bandai. And then they always get a notification like, we're opening a Gundam base in Chicago. And then I'm so mad because it's like, why don't I? You know what I mean? You can see like the entire thing shake. But I'd like to have a dedicated Gundam store in Texas, even if it's not where I live, because there are opportunities for me to get to the cities or the areas where there would be a Gundam store if it was open there. Deep Discount. I don't know the online store Deep Discount. It sounds like someone's stealing my copyright, huh? Someone's infringing on my name and I should be given subsidies. Or what's it called? A cut, as they say. But yeah, so another thing that's painful for me is my mom and my stepdad. They went to the Philippines earlier than me, weeks ago, for work. My mom went there for work, and then my stepdad was like, I ain't working. Fuck it. So he had an early vacation. But right now they're having another vacation where they went to Kyoto, they went to Japan. My mom actually invited me. If she was like, yeah, my son, do you want to like go to Japan? But the problem was I was starting this new job. And I was like, I'm sorry, dear mother. Thank you for the opportunity. It sounds, I don't know why it sounds so professional. Thank you for the opportunity, dear mother. However, your son must make his own money first. But yeah, it pains me a little bit to know that my mom is in Japan. And I can't really ask her to buy me Gundams. Not because she wouldn't know what to do or what it is, because she's bought from Gundams for me as a kid. Like she knows what it is. The problem is she doesn't know what I want. And I don't want to like inundate her with messages of like, this is what I want, mother. Get me this, mother. And then the boxes are like huge and she's gonna complain like, you fucking asshole, you didn't tell me the boxes were like the size of a small child. So I can't ask her to get me gunpla, unfortunately. So but then I will be in Asia. I will be in the Philippines, and then have a connecting flight to Korea. I plan to buy a few Gundams in the Philippines. And if not, maybe I can sneak a Gundam from the airport in Korea, from Seoul. It's gonna be more expensive, but if I find something I like, I'm not gonna stop myself. Alright? We need a backlog. Right? As a streamer, hand cam, gunpla streamer who can't solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube, I need to have a backlog. We only have the red Gundam left. After this, it's just the red Gundam. Hold on, let me just show you the red Gundam. Here's the thing, Cruz. My mom is not toy illiterate. My mom's not toy illiterate because she's bought me Transformers as a kid. So she knows, my mom knows ball. The problem is it's not, it was forced onto her by her only begotten son. Like, Mom, could you get me Optimus Prime? And I feel bad. A grown ass man like me asking his mom to buy him toys still. You know what I mean? There's like an extra layer of like, I feel bad. But here's the thing. I did ask my mom to like, if she could find it. I didn't force her. I'm not forcing her. So some of you may or may not know. I am semi-retired, but I am into like collecting mechanical watches. I haven't shown any on stream because it is an excessive hobby and it's such a the mommy, can you buy me some Transformers? I want to get Blackout. But I am into mechanical watches, and Seiko is a big brand. It's Japanese mechanical watches. I did ask my mom to get me a Seiko Nano Universe collaboration. Nano Universe is like this fashion brand in Japan for their tank watch. And I asked my mom specifically, get me the women's give me the women's tank watch, mom, because I have small wrists. And my mom knows this. And my mom's also into watches. So like it's something that like she could willingly do for me because she might buy her own watches. You know what I mean? Like compared to like a toy, like a Gundam or a Transformer, it's less friction for my mom to get me that watch. But anyways, my wrists are so small, right, that I can wear my mom's watches without any adjustments. Shit, sometimes they're even loose. So that's why I asked her, get me the women's watch, mom. Get me the solar, the one that gets charged by solar radiation, mom. Give me the women's one. Cause the men's tank watch. So a tank watch is a rectangular watch. To those who may or may not know, it's like the Cartier like shape, like the Cartier tank, or maybe in the JLC, Reverso. But yeah, it's that rectangular shape. And if I asked her to get me the men's rectangular shaped watch, the tank watch, it might be too big for me. So I had to tell her, mom, get the women's size. All right, it's gonna look great on my wrist. Trust me. There's benefits to having small wrists. Is that I can wear women's watches. I have frivolous hobbies, don't I? But yeah, no gunpla from Japan, unfortunately. But me and my buddies I have two group of boys. My boys. I have two sets of boys. Two sets. From one, my high school buddies, who I also went to college to, and then my boys who I met in college, and we're all still very close. So both groups, we want to do a boys trip to Japan, but the eternal myth of the boys trip, or the reality of the boys trip, is that the boys trips never happen. Unlike girls trips, where like for some reason girls just make it work, boys trips are like near impossible to do. See, I mean, look, it doesn't matter where you got your boys. They're still your boys. You know, if you're still tight to this day, those are still your boys. It doesn't matter. Did I get the wrong piece again? No, I think I got the right piece. It doesn't matter where they're. I think I got the wrong fucking piece. I've been yapping so much. I did get the wrong piece. I missed the step. Jesus Christ. I did. I was supposed to get 21 and 22 first, but it's fine. We still need these anyways. But yeah, your boys are still your boys. So when I do a boys trip, I will get gunpla because my boys know that I must dedicate some time to the plastic crack. So yeah, I guess my only problem is like the boxes, right? Like I'm gonna have to get like because I don't want to take the gunpla out of their boxes. Like half the fun is looking at the box. Why did I drop that? But what I'm planning, if the boys trip ever happens in like 50 years, I will I'd probably come in with an empty suitcase. I mean, I could buy another suitcase, but best to come into Japan with an empty suitcase, right? It's one of those like countries where you know. I didn't even complete the sentence. I just did hand motions. You know. Yeah. I I'm still gonna do a food trip. Like I think like like you're to be honest, I might be a semi-retired weeb, right? I don't really watch anime anymore. I read manga here or there when I get the feeling. I'm a VTuber, so there is that implication that I am, or at least at one part of my life was a weeb. But from the weeb side of Japan, I'm only into the gunpla things. But then I'd probably mostly be there for the food and the vibes. You know what I mean? It's a different feeling to be in a different country that you don't live or work in, right? The vibes are just, like I'm just there for the vibes and the food, man. But get some katsu, some ramen, some gyoza, very pedestrian stuff I'm explaining, but like some sushi, again very pedestrian. What's it called? What's the eel called? The grilled eel? Unagi, there we go. Thank you. I was waiting for that. Yeah, like there's things I want to do, and another thing is, I don't know. Me and my boys are thinking like, I forgot which set of boys. I think it was from the high school. We're thinking of like maybe we'll do a road trip. Okay, it was the high school boys because one of our buddies he plans to permanently live in Japan. He already does live and work in Japan, but I think he's gonna make it like permanent, where it's like home base of operation for him. And for us, we're like thinking, hey, dude, if you live here, let's get the fuck out of Tokyo, right? Yo, how you doing, Sai? Let's get the fuck out of Tokyo. But again, the eternal boys trip, the myth of the boys trip. It's never gonna happen. If it happens, it'll happen in like 10 years. It's one of those things where it's like it's really hard to do. I envy the girls who do girls trips. Like there's just willpower. You know what I mean? The girls have like the willpower to like plan, produce, and proceed. No, dude, all right. Like I know like girls I went to school with, I keep seeing them like have trips to like just everywhere, and I'm like I'm struggling to get any sort of trip out with my boys because it's like we're always thinking about like, yo bro, I'm broke as fuck. Sai, who's over at YouTube, he's a buddy of mine from high school. As one of my boys, one of my dogs. I will see him. Hopefully. I will see him, but no, we're Sai, yeah, we should just go fishing, Sai. I should probably just go fishing in the Philippines. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to have like really good friends. It feels wrong to say female friends. It feels very like incel-y to say female friends, but that's what they are. My girlfriends. No, but yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have like close female friends, who I will also see this trip to the Philippines. Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to still have, and have made a lot of friends during my school days. Everyone's super nice. Very fortunate. And then I'm very fortunate that they still want to see me. That's the best part. I don't know for how long we can keep this up, that they'd want to see me every time I drop by the Philippines, but I'm very honored every time they take time to see me. Oh, Sai, maybe we should build it. Shit, bro, I'll build that shit for you. Sai, I'll build that shit for you, dog. Bandai Millennium Falcon, I'll build that shit for you. You are shit, bro. Yeah. It was a gift from his partner, and I'm the one building it. Like, no, 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 no. It's my gift to you. I'll make it for you. An X-wing and a Y-wing. Shit. No. The gift is, oh, that's true. We can build it. You want me to, let's stream it. Let's stream. I don't even remember my own login credentials for my Twitch and my YouTube. I'm just put my phone there. Oh yeah, also for next year, guys. And I so this okay, so I'm planning, so okay, hold on. Good. That's a good call. Another thing, Sai, is tweezers. If anyone's planning on building model kits, you don't need too many tools, but I'd say get like plastic nippers or cutters, an X-Acto knife just for a little bit of cleanup, and if you need to cut out some decals, and then tweezers. Typically, they would suggest the angled tweezers, but the straight edge is fine. If you really want, you can get like sanding files, but if you're just lazy like me, that's fine. Next year, right? So, as I've shared before in previous streams, I have been baking. I've been baking bread, banana bread, focaccia pizza. Like, I've been doing a bit of cooking. And to be honest, I enjoy doing the hand cami streams because I can do these and look like a freak. No. So it's fun, right? But my stream setup is relegated to my PC, and it's near impossible to move without messing everything up, without messing my camera, like all of this up. So I was thinking somewhere in the near future, once the moolah, baby, once the money gets a little better, I could maybe have another stream set up potentially in my kitchen where it will still be a top-down thingy thing. You'll at least see me do most of the preparation of the cooking, the chopping, and then whatever. But that's the plan, right? You can see me prepare the mise en place and then the cooking, but then there's a lot of setup to it. The initial solution I had was to use my phone because you can stream on your phone via Twitch. You can also do it on YouTube, but for me to multi-stream, difficult to do on the phone itself. So, and then the VTuber won't work on the phone too. So I'm gonna think about how I want to proceed about it, because one thing I could do is I could get a laptop, right? And then I can get another set of cameras. Like, typically, I just need one more camera, like this overhead camera. I already have like multiple things that people put cameras on that you screw into tripods. I have tripods. I have tripods for that. But then, like, even getting like a cheap or second-hand laptop is like, you know what I mean? That's still like $100+ to cost in my head. So, and it has to be like relatively good that it won't die on me too, and it can at least run the VTube studio. You know what I mean? So, and then the streaming, all of that. So I'm still thinking about it. It's one of those big plans that we have for 2026. And I didn't forget, we're gonna get emotes for Twitch, and I'd love to get the emotes on YouTube, but I'm not YouTube partner. And for some reason, you can only have emotes if you have a membership to that YouTuber. So that's a bit of a mess, but baby steps. First thing we're gonna do for 2026, our big plans for the streams, is we're gonna get emotes for Twitch, and then we're going to slowly plan towards the baking stuff, right? The hard part about the baking is like I haven't actually needed anything. I've just been doing like stretch and folds with the focaccia and then let it sit in the fridge for like hours and days to auto lease so you don't have to knead it. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out, right? I want to do something like cooking related, or at least like very hand cami related outside of like building model kits. Preferably food, because it's always nice. I can try the Neapolitan pizza, but I can do it in the I can just do it in the normal oven though. The pizza. I just need like here's the thing. With any form of dough, you have to proof it for like some time, right? So that it rises, develops the gluten. So yeah. You know what we will do is the first thing when we do that baking stream, the first thing we're gonna do is either banana bread or focaccia. But I'm gonna pre-prepare the focaccia the night before. I'm gonna pre-prepare the focaccia the night before, and all your oh no wait, I still have to proof the focaccia though. Fuck, because you have to proof the focaccia before you throw it in the oven. Fuck, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there's big things coming. 2026. Hopefully, as my income continues to flow, hopefully I'll be able to invest more into the streams. But yeah, we have plans. There are plans in my head. Will they be set in motion? I don't know. Y'all will have to see. But yeah, thank you for watching. Regardless of what you guys come here for, be it the gaming, the hand cams, or for the very rare and the very few who come for the yaps. Thank you. That's very validating to me. If you come for the yaps, I browned the butter for banana bread. So I found this recipe, the brown butter banana bread. But here's the thing, I get a little scared with brown butter sometimes. Scared in the sense of like I don't know if it's brown enough or if I over browned it, where it becomes like what's it called? There's like a French term for brown butter. I don't know, I forgot. But I prefer brown butter for my banana bread than softened butter. I don't know why. I think it just adds. I don't know even if it even adds anything. Truth be told. But yeah, I like brown butter more. One thing that I was thinking of doing, although admittedly I'm not the biggest fan of, is like, and this sounds probably sacrilegious, is I was thinking of maybe doing cinnamon rolls, but I'll have to practice it because I've never done cinnamon rolls. But I think what we can do is I can prep the dough the day before, and then we can do the rollout on stream. And then as we have to proof the bread, the cinnamon rolls though before baking. But we could probably attempt like maybe a frosting as we let the dough proof. And then as I yap like this, it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. We'll probably, the dough will probably proof before we even get to do the frosting. I don't like fluffy banana bread. I prefer it dense. I do. I prefer my banana breads like dense and heavy. Kind of like a fruit cake, although I'm not a big fruit cake guy either way. Who here likes fruit cake? Brioche, okay, here's the thing. I've never baked. I've never made bread. That's like, I've never made bread that I needed to need. I've only made focaccia, banana bread, and then variations of focaccia. So brioche has a lot. It has a lot of butter. I'm gonna have to eat that, which I don't mind because I actually do like. I like baking. The eating part is like just an addition. But yeah, I can look into like baking stuff. The only problem is like the proofing. My only problem when it comes to baking on stream is the proofing, because like if we do everything on stream, there will be a point where I have to like let the dough rest for like 3 or 2 hours, at least per my research. Not experience, but per my research. So like I'd have to prep the dough beforehand, and then all we're going to do is just like, fucking knead the dough, roll that shit, fucking put it in the oven, and then yap. I feel, I don't know if like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But brioche would be interesting to make. I'm not gonna, you know, we'll get there, right? But first, we gotta figure out the setup. We gotta first figure out a setup. I'll be honest, the reason why I got into like baking focaccia and banana bread is because I was unemployed. Like, when I was unemployed, I was like, fuck am I gonna do in my life? And then I saw a YouTube short of somebody making focaccia, and I was like, I can do that. Fuck you, I can do that. And I did. I did. It's on my Twitter. Okay, it's on the Deeps Chico Twitter. It's there. Alright, I'm not making shit up. I have made these things. I didn't fabricate this out of thin air. I have baked stuff. And my mom says it's good. Although my mom can't be trusted because she just wants to be supportive. My mom says it's good. She just wants to be supportive, man. So you gotta have hobbies. You gotta have even if you're not good. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to do something with your life. Because there's a bit of satisfaction, like even if it's not like the best looking bread or the best looking food, knowing that you made it and it's edible, and like it can be improved upon, or if it is good, there's a bit of like ego boost that you get. Yeah, a bit of like self-satisfaction that you can say, I made that. I can do that now. And that's not something to scoff at, especially if you're in a time in your life where everything feels like shit. You might not have a job. Your relationships have failed you. You got stabbed in the ass. Whatever. You know, having something that proves to you that you can do something is enough to get you through the day. But I'll be honest, I actually like rice more than bread. I just make bread because like I can make it. That's not to say I don't like bread. I just prefer rice. A very Chinese time in my. You know what? Speaking of Chinese, I need to get like a bamboo steamer because I want to make bao buns. Because the bread recipes for bao buns, I don't know why I'm doing this action. The bread recipes for bao buns or bao bread or bread. I basically just said bread. But anyways, they involve like powdered milk and milk, so that's why they're like really white. I want to try making those because I do like the baos. I like the texture of the baos. I like the fluff of the baos. Right? I like the little smoothness of the baos, and I wanna. So you know, when I make the baos, it's gonna be a very Chinese time in my life. But I do like, okay, I really do need to buy like a bamboo steamer. I need to get one. I'll have to go to like the Asian supermarket when I come back from my vacation. But I shared this last week, right? But there's a Korean grocery store near me that I frequent. They closed down permanently because of potential sabotage. Supermarket. Look, yeah, the supermarket in Asia is for the American, the mastered. You know, I've never actually made adobo here in the States. Like when I moved to this, I've never actually like produced. Like honestly, I've never gone out of my way to make adobo. No. Maybe it's because my mom always has like, she'll sometimes feel like making adobo, and she's like, my son, could you please take this adobo home? It's like, okay, sure. Begrudgingly. But I've never like gone out of my way to make adobo ever since moving here. I don't know. Maybe I'm not patriotic enough anymore. I lose my Filipino citizenship. I am now. I made humba. Humba is like for those who may or may not know, it's like a sweeter braised pork dish. I think it's unfair to call it a type of adobo. I think it's its own dish. It's sweeter, usually involves brown sugar, and for a lot of recipes, depending per family, we'll use either 7 Up or Sprite. Although that really does depend per family, because everyone's mom or grandma has a different opinion on how to make a humba. But I prefer humba compared to adobo. Just saying. What am I doing? Hold on, wait. There it is. Yay. Is this it? Is this the same? Nice. Okay. Hold on, let me drink some Wawa. Any questions from the class? No? No questions from the class? Okay, cool. And no questions from the class. It is like no painting. No paint. I mean, it's been 2 years. Hold on. It's been 2 years. 2 años. Since I bought these. I have not opened them. And I am afraid. I am afraid. I have not, fortunately, I had enough self-discipline to not buy another set, but I have had these for 2 years as an attempt to tell myself I will start learning the process of painting. But I'm scared. I'm scared, chat. I'm scared. I'm scared. What do you want from me? Fear is the mind killer. $17.15. $17.15. Okay, that's weird. There is no try. No, especially for that, there is no try. It is literally do or do not. I have chosen to not. I have chosen to not paint. I mean, one of these days, I'm going to crack it open and we're going to do it on stream, right? I wouldn't do it not on stream. You know what I mean? Why would I do that to myself? Why would I not choose to advertise and broadcast my life and my hobbies? You know? What kind of person would actively choose not to broadcast their hobbies? You know? And their lives. Not me. I'm chasing that clout. We're here for that sweet, sweet potential internet clout. That's why we do these. Also, I don't want to pay for therapy. That's why. So this is my therapy. Spouting nonsense on the internet. This is a very interesting like armor piece because like so this is like this is one side of like the finished armor, and then this is just another piece that goes on top of it just to give extra detail to the underside. It's pretty detailed, man. Like I don't know if you could finish this set in 30 minutes. I'll be completely honest. Like even I remember the arms and in the chest, maybe you could do 30 minutes, but like with everything else, I don't think you can. The other thing with 30-minute missions kits is that I think the standard 30-minute missions kits you can do in 30 minutes, but especially once you get practiced with them, because they're all roughly the same in construction from what I know. Whereas this, I feel like it's a little bit more piece unique, in the sense where like you would want to take your time with this. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Who am I to tell you how to live your life? Also, question for the folks on YouTube. Did you catch the stream on the vertical or on the shorts platform or just the regular YouTube stuff. Because as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, oh, hold on. B1 is done. As I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, YouTube has released a new functionality for live streams where I can just have one normal live stream, and then it can, from that one single normal live stream, it can build off to build like a vertical stream that appears on shorts. It's not a very good looking it's not a very good looking shorts, unlike the shorts we did before where it, you know, it was more formatted. This one is literally just a zoomed in version of our existing streams, of like the landscape stream. So I can see how it looks, but I can't see how it looks on like a device. So I mean, I guess for discoverability I'll do that instead of the having 3 streams go at once. Killing my PC maybe. Yeah. Anyhow, on the Twitch side of things, has it been stable? From what I can see, it's been pretty good so far for the last few streams that we've had. There hasn't been any hiccups that weren't like internet ISP related, from what I could tell. But if you guys see anything weird, just let me know. You know, for both Twitch and YouTube. But I expect we should be okay. And if we're not, that's okay. You know, you can't be perfect in life. You know, the chase of perfection causes imperfection. I don't know what the fuck that meant, but damn, you know, figure it out. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we're good. Hold on. I'm just checking things. There we go. I'm gonna be honest. The build right now is really dirty, but I'm also gonna be just completely transparent. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is trying to figure out what is what. Fuck me. What the? What? Did I cut the wrong piece? No, I didn't. I didn't cut the wrong piece. See okay. It's supposed to be okay, so you're supposed to put this in this orientation. Bang, bow chicka wow wow. Mike Posner. But the way the perspective looks for this, it's supposed to be like that. It looks so off because it's tilted. So the perspective is like, I was like staring at it. Anyways, I'm just insane. It's fine. There we go. That was rough. That was rough. I'm not gonna lie. That was rough. You know, Leanne, I don't know if you're still here, but ever since you mentioned the Chicago Gundam store, I feel like I just get sad. I just got sad internally. It's like, fuck, man. I don't want to go to Chicago. Who wants to go to Chicago? Chicago is a fine city. It's just not accessible to me. Imagine if I just go to Chicago to get toys. To get like plastic toys like gunpla. Show up. I won't even like try the cuisine. I won't even like check out the sites. I just go there to get my plastic crack, my toys. It's like, okay, I'm in Chicago. Beautiful city. The only city in America with a Gundam store. Gundam base, here I come. Oh my god. I would do that though. If I had like money that I didn't care about, or I was just spending money in reckless abandon. Not that I don't do that already, but I do have a little bit of restraint. But if didn't have any restraint, I would have done that, you know. 3D printing. I don't know. For me, it would be cool to 3D print if the waste disposal wasn't such an issue. Like like the amount of failures depends probably on like the files you use, like how you create the renderings and stuff like that. Like it can be efficient as it is, but there will be a level of waste management that needs to be done. And I already get annoyed having to throw this in my trash can. And this is just like plastic nubs. Yeah. I have a little bit of experience now with 3D printing because of my work. That's as much as I'll say about that. I have a little bit more experience around 3D printing, not in the technical sense, but at least in the I've seen it happen because of my work. And then the amount of waste, like there's always going to be a level of waste to it, but the amount of waste and failures we get at work is a lot, and waste management is such a big thing. So I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan of people being able to 3D print, especially for creatives like cosplayers, people who make stuff for movies and sets. It's an easier way to produce, right? But I think for the everyday person, until we get to the point where we can recycle the plastic and the waste at home, it's kind of like a hard sell. Because the other thing is, like, if you think about it, right? Like, if you make recycling easy, people will recycle. But if you make it hard, they won't. Like the path of least resistance. Like if you live in America or like anywhere in the world, I think, but here in America, you can take like your like old kitchen oil, like cooking oil and whatnot, and you take it to like a specialized waste disposal area where they handle oils, because you're not supposed to throw it down the drain. And technically speaking, those oils and greases not the sink, no. Those oils and greases, they're probably not good for the greater environment without some sort of like handling and processing. But the thing is, you have to go out of your way to go to those places, to the waste management facilities. So that's why some people just dump their like cooking oil in the sink, which you shouldn't do, especially if you have a fucking kitchen grinder or like a waste grinder. Don't do that. Trust me. It's not fine, all right? It's not. Because here's the thing. I had to have some guys come into my apartment unit, because I'm renting, to like fix my AC. And yeah, they didn't charge me for it, but they had to come into my unit like 7 times in a month. You know what I mean? That's like hours of privacy gone. I'd rather not have to deal with that. I value my privacy. Or rather, I value my solitude. You know what I mean? I like being alone. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but we had a new hire. He's the guy with the leather jacket, and he's very nice, very nice. He's the other guy with the leather jacket. I'm the guy with the leather jacket, but he came in with a different leather jacket. Anyways, my leather jacket's made of real lambskin. Anyways, I don't know why I'm competing, but anyways, we were talking, and he's a very social guy, and he asked me the greatest question I fear, the worst question you could ask me. So what do you do for fun? And then I stumbled. I was like, I don't know. I'm not so much of an active guy. I don't drink anymore. I just stumbled. I I don't drink anymore. You know, I kind of I just stumbled my way through that conversation. And you know what he said? Because I was saying like, oh, I like to work out, I like to watch movies, like I go to the theater, which I actually do. These are true facts. I you know I cook and I bake, and it's like and I was like trying to make it seem like I was normal, and he was like, yeah. So you like to keep to yourself, right? I was like, yeah. That's a good way to say it. That's a good way to say it. I'm not an isolationist. I am, but you know, it's tough to admit those things to people. Where like I just don't like hanging out so much. I mean, I like hanging out, but I don't know. It's an effort. It's an effort, okay? It's an effort to always meet new people. That's always been my, I guess, weak point when it comes to socialization. It's being consistent and meeting new people. Like, I can talk to somebody, no problem. I can talk to nobody. That's why I stream. Even if there's no, like, response from chat, even if there's no one watching, I can keep this shit up. You guys know this. But it's being consistent as like a friend or an acquaintance. We're like, you know, keeping in touch. Very bad. I'm very bad at that. I need to get better at that. But it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. You know, it's a lot of effort for me. Not to say that I don't love my friends. I love my friends very dearly. I think that's quite obvious. But yeah, it's a lot of effort for me to meet new people. The people who already know me and I've already, you know, established a relationship with, no problem. We good, you know, we good for life. But meeting new people, it's like, it's like, oh my god, I gotta do this. Antisocial. Fucking antisocial. Yeah. But once we've established some sort of rapport, we're good, you know? We're good. Are you guys still doing okay in chat? I hope so. I hope I haven't like talked your ears off. And if I have, I'm sorry. But also, you chose to stay. You know. And I have not been baiting people with like the boyfriend experience. That's not what we do here. All right. There is no like, you know, sexual connotation to these streams. It's all loss for me and you. You know, these streams, it's a net loss to the universe. It's universal loss. You could be doing anything else, watching anybody else, but you chose to stay. Thank you. First of all, thank you. But second of all, you might need to reconsider your life choices. Oh yeah, and while YouTube did create new technology for like having a vertical and horizontal stream, I don't think they've allowed you to do like separate audio streams. Like you can have a separate stream audio and VOD audio. So because that's not yet available, only Twitch gets to hear the house music that's playing, which is fine. But if you're wondering, if for the YouTube folks, if you're wondering why there's like a repeat, like the same fucking music playing in the background, that's why. It's because I have to play copyright free music on the YouTube side of things to prevent the VOD from dying. But on Twitch it's fine because there's separate audios. 32. Oh shit. I'm good. I'm a man. I'm a big strong man with really thin wrists. I can wear women's watches, no problem. Also, I didn't moisturize before the streams to keep my hands like, or my fingers like, not cut proof, but at least armored. To keep my fingers like armored, because if I remember, I said this before, but if I moisturize my hands, they get soft and they become more vulnerable to any cuts that may or may not occur. Although I think I already did cut myself, but maybe this is before the stream. It looks like this is before the stream. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I cut myself before the stream, so it doesn't count. No blood has been drawn on my streams yet. Interesting. Hold on. Flip? Do we flip it? Okay, we flip it and then we... Oh, fuck. I should have cleaned this up a little bit more. Hold on. It's very... Like, the nub marks are very obvious. I'm so lazy right now. I'm so sorry. Is there anything you guys are excited about this like Christmas or holiday season, aside from like the break in of school, hopefully break in work? Anything you guys are excited about? Excited for me, thank you to my brothers and sisters back home who do watch my streams from time to time. Thank you. But you know, outside of that, anything you guys excited about? This is an interesting, like, it's a... So this is the, what you call it? This thingy. That's cool. That's cool detail. It's not even the foot yet. It's the, I guess the ankle armor. Full Day of Twilight Imperium. Okay, so context. My buddies back home in the Philippines want me to do like want to play board games with me, and these are not like regular Monopoly. These are like fucking full bore 8 to 12 hours of your life sitting down playing strategy games, which I'm down with because I haven't seen these boys in a while. But I feel like my brain's gonna go flat in like 3 hours. Then it's gonna go mush in 4. But I'll be there. Fuck me. So you know that's gonna kill me, right? Dude. It's not a joke. I'm not the young man I used to be. I can't focus as good as I used to back when I was in, a schoolboy. A young, spry, flexible, chubby schoolboy. I used to be able to do things. I used to be able to pay attention to things. Now I can barely pay attention to I can still pay attention to a movie. I can still pay attention to a movie if I watch it in the cinemas. I really do prefer watching movies in the cinema. Watching them on streaming, it's good in the sense of like if you miss it in the theaters, but the theater experience is just different, all right? But yeah, I don't have the vigor and endurance anymore. But you know what? If it's to hang out with the lads, I'd do it, I'd just probably be dead. Because, like, the boys reported when they played Twilight Imperium. That's the board game they want to play. Hold on, C2 is done. My boys told me they reported that it took them like 8 to 12 hours. And my other lad, who was, he's into strategy games and stuff like that, he was like, dude, you were there for a long time. And when I heard that report, I was like, I don't know if that's for me. But you know what? I'll do it for the lads, but I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Maybe we should stream it. Stream the board. And then stream me begging them to bend the rules because I die in like 3 hours. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, just give me something, man. Alright, my empire, my spaceship crashed. Alright, you gotta... We can stream it, Sai, if you want. That way, you'll have a VOD. You'll have a VOD. One thing that sucks about Twitch VODs is that, like, and this is also why I kind of want to do multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, is because there's no way to permanently keep your VODs on Twitch unless you're like a partner, or even then it doesn't last forever. That's why like Twitch streamers who have YouTube followings, they will upload it to their VOD channel and stuff like that. Oh, Sai, by the way, I'm willing to pitch in for the food as well when I do get there, so just let me know. Don't want to burden you because you're already hosting us, my brother. You're already hosting us. See, I love my friends. I care. Well, the offer still stands. What am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, we can plan it out. We can plan it out. We can plan it outside the stream so we don't dox ourselves too much now. Although my face is on YouTube, so if you guys need to see, if everyone's curious, like, what does this asshole look like? It's there. It's there. It's not pretty. You don't have to make it obvious. That's what I'm saying. You don't gotta say nothing. I also need to get a haircut. I have a bad habit of just describing my life, and then you guys can, like, if anybody's like a detective, they could easily find out where I am, who I am, what I believe in, what I don't believe in, my affiliations and shit like that. But I need to get a haircut before I travel, and I go to like I go to this barber shop that's run by, like, I want to say a Turkish family or something, or like they're like a, yeah, they're like Turkish dudes. And I mentioned this before in the past, but every time I get a haircut from them, I always come out of the barbershop smelling 3 times better than I did coming in. Like, I have perfume and I like to wear perfume, but these guys wear perfume. They really wear it. And after the haircut, they would spray me with some water, right? This water is infused with, like, I think it's infused with Dior Sauvage. I'm not, and when I was checking out, I was paying my barber. He gave me like a sampler for like YSL Myself, Yves Saint Laurent's Myself perfume, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I appreciate it. It's good service. It's expensive though. The haircut's expensive, but I smell good. You know? Expensive haircut, but good service. And it's the only place that I've gotten a haircut in America where they actually use like a razor blade to like shape you, to like shape your sideburns, to like shape your temple area and like the back of your neck. For I don't know, for the longest time, when I was trying to find a haircut place, barber shop, or even like salon in the States, they would always just use like clippers and like a like a shaver, like electric shaver, to like clean your neck, your temple, and your sideburns. But in the Philippines and in Asia, they would use like the razor blade, like the straight edge razor. This place uses it, and I always come out like looking sharp, ting 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 sharp. So I don't know. I pay a little bit more. It's a little bit more expensive, but I come out looking sharp, smelling sharp, and they always get good service. They're very nice guys. I'm not even. I think they're Turkish. I don't know. I haven't asked. I assume they were Turkish, because there were Turkish references in the barber shop, but I don't know. I don't know. But they're really cool guys. They only accept cash. I don't know if they're paying taxes. I don't know. But I ain't gonna snitch. I'm not snitching. They cut me up real good. 23, 25, 22. $22. I might need to take an Advil. 22, 23, 25. Okay. I might need to take an Advil after the stream because my head is like a little. It might also be because of the amount of caffeine I've been consuming, but like it's like borderline abuse. Not the Advil. No, it's my source of power, man. What are you talking about? I need that. Alright, I need that in my life. I need the Vil. The Vil. I need the Vil. Let me drink some water. I'm literally that meme that's like, I go to work to look at big screen. I go home to look at the small screen. Except when I stream, I look at big screens. I have like 3 big screens when I stream. 4 usually, but I have it closed here. But I have like 3 big screens. My new job, they got me like an ultra wide. I didn't ask for it. They just gave it to me. But they also gave me a MacBook, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I have 2 big screens at work and 3 to 4 at home when I stream. And then when I don't stream on my days off, I have an iPad and I have my phone. It's kind of dystopian if you think about it. My life revolves around screens. My day begins and ends with a screen. Oh god. I'm just dropping shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I really hope that the TSA lines in my airport when I leave aren't bad. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get to the airport like 3 to 4 hours before my flight. I'm not gonna lie. Just because of like how paranoid I am right now, thinking about it. I'm probably gonna. Yeah, and I hope I don't jinx it. I really do hope, because like, it would suck waiting on TSA lines. I can't. Not anymore. Like I don't have that in me anymore. Luckily, my airport, they don't ask you to take off your shoes anymore, and they don't ask you to take out your laptops or your tablets, because they have like that fucking tunnel thing. It's like a tunnel with like blue lights that just radiates your bag with X-ray. So like, there's no need to take out anything, or even no. Well, we have to take off our shoes, I think. Yeah. But yeah, wish me safe travel soon, y'all. Hopefully, and then I will be back to stream. Um, don't worry. The first weekend that I'm back, we're back streaming. I just need to figure out what to do, like in terms of like what are we gonna stream, um, to where it's not too bad for me, cause I just got back from Zitrevel. The worst part is like I come back and then the next day I have to go back to work, which is fine because they let me have this vacation when they hired me, but it's like fuck. I'm gonna be so fucked. Although the thing is like about my new job, not to give out too many specifics, but they fly a few employees to Europe because the company's headquarters is in Europe. So sometimes they fly people who are in the US to train to Europe. So they fly them to Europe. I don't think that's ever gonna be the case for me, but that would be fun. I've never been to Europe. I've never been. I've been to the UK, fortunately, but they're not part of the EU no more. But yeah. Given the opportunity, I'd like to go, and I'd have something to share to you guys aside from just my ramblings of nonsense. I mean, it's still gonna be nonsense, but I'll have more sense than nonsense, but it'll still be nonsense. I do feel like streaming has ruined my ability to talk to people because like I talk like this when I talk, like not like work related stuff, but like just socialization at work. I talk like this, like just not nonsensical, but you know what I mean. It just rambles, and I feel it, and I'm like I shouldn't ramble. I should be normal, but I can't. It's like I've trained myself to ramble. And I feel bad for my coworkers because it's like they're just trying to get to know who the fuck this asshole is, and I'm telling them like 700 different things per minute. They hired me anyways, so what are you gonna do? I'm a personality hire. They didn't hire me for my skills. I can let you know about that. Ain't no way I was hired for my skills. Okay, so this is the foot. It's gonna go into an angle into that little ball joint or that socket that we talked about earlier. I'm always weirded out about like an ankle that's a ball joint, but so far so good mobility wise. Let's see. Yeah, pretty cool. And I kind of like how the ankle guard looks like another foot. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Although I will say I wish it would extend it a little bit further back, because it really just looks like a foot on top of a foot. Yeah, cool. The color separation has been very good so far for this kit. Honestly, it's really impressive. Yeah. Is this done? No, it's not. Oh, yawn. Sorry. God. Streaming is kind of a young man's game. Cause I'm not gonna lie. I do feel the sleepy sleeps, the Betty Buys coming. And I didn't. I have Red Bull. I have a supply of Red Bull. But again, I've already abused so much caffeine this week. I restarted my elixir of immortality. And like, I feel like if I had a Red Bull before the stream, I wouldn't wake up tomorrow. You know? It's death sentence. So I didn't do that. That's why you get low energy. Low energy. This is low energy. This is low energy, I swear to God. There's a few like tiny pieces. I think this is like an extra neck piece. But yeah, we'll figure it out. This is low energy. So the yaps don't stop. The talking doesn't stop. The blah 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 doesn't stop. The coherence, the consistency of the speech patterns do stop. No worry, I appreciate you for watching. I'm honored to be third monitor content, as always. As long as I'm on a monitor, I'm good. Shit, bro. If I'm on somebody's monitor, that's already a win for me. Second is Discord, goddamn. As long as I'm on some kind of monitor, I'm fine. You know? Oh, god damn it. I just shut up for a bit, huh? The yaps just stopped. Oh, tomorrow's Pokemon stream is probably gonna start also evening, maybe. I have a few errands to run tomorrow to prepare for my trip. As much as I'd love to be able to just stream the whole day tomorrow so we can get Pokemon out of the way before I go on my trip. Yeah. I have a few things I need to check off my checklist before I travel. But don't worry, you will still see me whether you like it or not. Again, this part of the build's been very dirty so far. Like there's a lot of just nub marks everywhere, but we will panel line. Don't worry. It may be scuffed, but I'll at least have something. Okay, that's actually wow. That's actually 2 legs. Okay. Well, the thighs aren't completely made yet. Okay, but we made 2 legs. Okay. And then we're gonna okay, so they're symmetrical, and then it's gonna differentiate to a right and left leg. All right, so I will be right back because I have to drain the beast. I gotta drain the beast. So I gotta drain the beast. I gotta go pee. I gotta use the restroom real quick. You know, I'm gonna pop an Addy. Sorry, I'm not an Addy. That means Adderall. I'm gonna pop an Advil. Not as I pee, but after I pee. I will wash my hands. I will. I'm gonna pop an Advil. I think that'll help. Yeah. Okay. But I'll be right back with y'all. Use this time to maybe drain your beast. Maybe get some water. But yeah, I'll be right back with y'all. Be right back. I'm back. Hold on. Let me grab my headphones. All right. Also, I changed the order of operations. I popped the Advil. I took an Advil, drank some water, then I went to pee and I washed my hands. Also, I got some Q-tips for the panel lining that we're going to do. I think we're going to, let's see here. Okay, let's finish the legs first, like the right and left thighs, and then we'll do the panel lines. But yeah, change the order of operations. All right. Also, I think like I was getting a bit of a headache because, and then if this usually happens to people, myself, during winter and like when the temperatures drop, if your room is too warm comparative to the outside and you've been outside the whole day, I tend to get like headaches from like the temperature difference from the inside and out. So I opened the door to my streaming room to kind of let air circulate because like I think it was ambiently pretty warm in my streaming room, especially because I have lights on and like the PC's on. So yeah, and unfortunately here in Texas we don't get a consistent level of whatchamacallit, we don't get a consistent weather for winter. It can get really cold and then the next day it can get really hot. So like there's no like consistency. I wish there was, but what can you do? Anyways, moving on. But yeah, basically, I popped an Advil and I opened my door to circulate the air. I think that'll help me. I think. 10 and 11. Okay. question for you guys, and this doesn't mean, like this. Has anybody actually continued to follow Stranger Things in our audience here, from either Twitch or YouTube? Have you guys been actively keeping track of the show Stranger Things? I haven't. I asked this because a coworker of mine, she asked me if I was watching Stranger Things, and I said no, but I wasn't. I don't know. I kind of lost interest with Stranger Things after like the second season. I didn't even really finish the second season. It wasn't really. I know I liked the first season. The vibes were good. But the second season felt like the vibes weren't. You know what I mean? It wasn't as interesting anymore. So I'm wondering if like there's anyone in my audience who's like, actively likes Stranger Things. And if you do, that's cool, man. I just want to know what people like about the show. I'm not a hater. I'm just a doubter. I just doubt. Oh, I think opening that door really did help. The little air circulation, because I can feel that cold breeze now, baby. I'm energized. I'm just dropping things. Okay. This one here. So okay, one is okay. Hold on. Let's pick a leg. So this will be the right leg. So let's pick up. This will be the right leg. Okay. So you do this. Wait, hold on. Okay, you do like this. Okay, a little this. So the longer end, and then this one here. Okay. That's a good fit. And then this one here on the front. Hold on. It's a bit of a tight fit, isn't it? Hold on. I'm just dropping things now. Okay. It's supposed to meet. So like I'm having a hard time like because there's a lot of I don't want to say not friction, but there's a lot of resistance trying to push these two together, but they're obviously trying to meet. So I'm trying to just figure out what am I not lining it? Oh, okay. I answered my question. I didn't line it up correctly. There were rails in the here. There's rails in the thigh part that guides the pieces together, so it does this, English, baby. All right. Oh fuck. I'm just dropping shit today. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me. There we go. That's tight. That's the tightness we want to see. It's actually like okay, not seamless, especially since there's a nub mark, but that's a pretty good like. It's almost seamless. You know what I mean? Those two pieces for the thigh. Anyways, let's keep going. $12. Okay. Alrighty. Hope you guys are still doing okay. Always got to do these check-ins, ask in chat if you're okay, and if you're not, I don't know. What can I do? I can only provide subpar entertainment. So the thingy thing needs to go like this. Hold on. Interesting. Okay, because like this thingy thing, the vent, the booster, it's not symmetrical because it has a little bit of an extended outer part here that kind of not clips, but sits on the flat edge and this thigh part, while this other side doesn't have it. What is the significance of not having that part that sticks out on the booster on both sides? I don't know. So I hope I wish I had an answer. How you doing, Fruit? Thanks for dropping by, buddy. I wish I had an answer, but I don't. I rarely do have answers. 17. Inch of life, baby. Thank you for dropping by. Is this done? It's done. C1 is done. Nice. Perfect. Oh, that opening the door really did help. I think my room was just getting hot. That's why I was getting a headache. Hot relative to like the ambient temperature outside. You know what I mean? Like the weather. Me trying to explain why I get headaches, and then after I pop an Advil, it's like, oh, hold on, let me get my ibuprofen. I also have Tylenol too, acetaminophen or paracetamol. Oh, nice. So there's like these two small little, I guess, just detail pieces that are really cool. Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the Armored Core kits. Yeah, they're really cool. I'd say don't sleep on them. I'm so impressed with. I mean, we haven't finished, but it's really, really cool. I'm so impressed that I want to get the blue one. I forgot what it was called. But by Rusty, I think it was Rusty's Armored Core, the blue one. I really want to get that one, and yeah, it's really cool. I hope they make more, cause it's really impressive. Like they're not 30 minutes to make. This is a 30-hour mission. As I said earlier, this is a 30-hour mission, baby. But pretty good, man. Oh, remember that piece we cut out yesterday that I accidentally cut out? It's coming into play, baby. I didn't lose it. Hold on. Is it supposed to be flush or? Okay, it's flush. It's coming into play, baby. This is cool. I like it. It's also different, like the Armored Core kits compared to Gunpla. I mean, the DNA of like the Bandai DNA is still there, obviously. But they're really cool, man. I like it. And it's a different silhouette. You know what I mean? Like the arm. Look at it. It's not even a kneecap. It's just it's a thigh cap for the booster. But yeah, I was talking about how like I was getting not bored, but more like, I guess bored is the best way to describe it. But yeah, I was getting like, yeah, bored with like the Gundam silhouette where like it's semi-predictable. So I kind of needed something that looked different. And I was thinking about getting another Zoid, and in the future we will get another Zoid, but it's just so expensive. Like I know there's a new model line from Zoids called the Realize model, which is cheaper, usually around $30. But the HMMs, like the high-end model kits, which is like what's not even readily available, but what's more available in terms of like how many models they have, those can get from like $40 plus. So like the bang for buck, not so good, you know. But I think moving forward, y'all, what I'm gonna do for my hand cam streams, depending on how intricate and thick a build is, thick. I was thinking of the boxes, because you know, like the boxes can tell you like how thick or how much plastic there is. Like a thick box can tell you how much plastic there is on a build. But moving forward, I think for the next year, also for me to save money, we're going to Maybe split the stream into two. That way I save energy. We can, you know, I'm a working man now, unfortunately. I labor now, unfortunately. But we'll have basically opportunities to like stretch a build, and I can yap a little bit more with less pressure of like I need to finish this build today. No, we can take our time. Will it be a quality build? Of course not. Who do you think I am? It'll just be 2 streams. Quality is, oh my god, asking me about quality. Jesus Christ, who do you think I am? But yeah, that's the plan, I think. It's also healthier for me, I think. Healthier for you guys too. Healthier. Is A done? Nice, actually. Well, shit. A1 is done. A1 is done. Dude, we're getting there. I mean, we still have the okay. We actually have the weapon runners, the OBs. So let me arrange these so we can get the OBs. They're actually OB, okay? Like I'm not just making it up. I'm not just saying it as like whatever. They're actually OB. See? Oh, okay, that's OA. But this is OB. See, that's OB. This is OB1 and this is OB2. Right, let me just arrange OB1 and 2. This is a lot of fucking... This is big weapons runners. Jeez, I mean, yeah, no. I mean, I remember in Armored Core you can... I like to complain. That's it, I like to complain. You guys want some food? You guys want some pep? If this was orange, or like a variation of orange, red, and brown, these would look like fish pellets, and that would be so evil. Okay. Hold on. Let me just check something. We're okay. Okay, come on, baby, line up. Come on, man. There it is. It's a little tight, but it's lined up. Also, I realize I haven't posted on Twitter about like GN flag, but I've become so lazy to like make posts on Twitter now. But yeah, you guys have seen GN flag. We've built them together. We built them together. All right. It was a shared experience, cerebral experience, mind you, between you, me, and then everybody else. And then we need, what do we need? D1. Hold on. This is D1, yeah, it's D1. 13, I'm assuming. Yes. D113, and then we need C2. Okay. Hold on. This is my mind. C2. Oh no, this is B. Where's C2? This is D2. This is D1. Wait, what? Did I dump out C2 before it was done? I did. I'm a dumbass. There were these two pieces. They were like the decor pieces were still there. My God. I should have double checked. But sometimes you can't. You know. Okay, now C2 is officially done. You know. Lesson learned. Don't jump the gun. And then the boosty boost needs to go on the inner side or on the outer side. Where do all the plastic bits go? I just throw them in the trash can. I mean, I mean, that's what I do. I just throw them in the trash can, man. Like, yeah. That's it. I mean, I would, if they were edible, I'd eat them. But as you know, the microplastics will just end up in my balls. And honestly, there's enough microplastics going around already just from like the small, you know, whatever's in the air. That I probably have microplastics in my brain and in my balls. You know. Microplastic. Okay. Cool. All right. So, I think we're done with the lower part of the body. So we're done with we're done with the waist and we're done with the legs. So before I put them together, we're gonna panel line, and then we're going to move on to the booster, or as it says here, the core. But the core seems rather simple, and then after that it'll be weapons. So we're getting there. But first, we shall do this. I'm gonna have to do this away. Oh, let me see if I can scoot over close enough. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I'll try, but we won't force the issue if it doesn't work out. All right. I'm gonna have to do this off screen a bit. I'm gonna have to do this a bit off screen. Trying to figure out like what makes sense to give a little bit of lining for like life. Because technically you don't need to panel line the... It's not even panel lining, it's just like adding shadows to like the molds, like the mold mark, like you know where the mold is, the plastics molding. You know, all that noise, all that jazz doesn't need to be done, but sometimes it's nice to have them, just to add depth. Oh shit, mother. We're fine, we're fine. We're fine. The house music sometimes throws me off because it makes me feel like I'm in a Zara, which is the design, you know, which was intended, which is why I picked house music. But sometimes it just takes you out, you know. I think it helps. So I think the panel lining gives it a little bit more detail, right? Especially when you look at it from afar. It's better if it looks from afar, you know, if you look from afar, because it doesn't look like shit. But you know, a little bit of detail never hurt. A little bit of like shadowing never hurt anybody, right? Right. So a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of everywhere. My mouth's also really close to the mic now, so I'll try not to be like ah blah, blah. Okay. Very nice. I'm just trying to see, because I need to go back to the pour type pen. But before that, I want to make sure that we get everything that we can with the felt pen so I don't have to keep switching. The hard part later is making sure that for both legs I do the same panel lining, or at least I remember to hit all the right parts. Okay, We're gonna need to go back to the poor type for like these booster areas where it's like it's gonna be impossible to hit. There we go. And then let's see here. Anything else? No. Okay, another question is like the grays. I could. I mean, why not? Right, we're already here. But then for the grays, I have to use the black one. So I'll use the black one to line most of the things. But we're gonna try to avoid using the poor type, because the poor type is viscous and very thick, and it can be a bit of a pain in the ass to clean or even apply because of how thick it is. I could wear my nerd glasses here, my magnification lenses, but hold on. I need to the foot. The foot has like details. Again, I don't want to overdo it, cause like, there's no one else who's gonna see this but you and me, you know. And you guys only get to see it from afar. You don't get the sexy close-ups where you get to see all the imperfections. That's by design. I don't want you to see the imperfections. I will mention them, but from afar. You will not be privy to the sights. Oh, the sights I have to show you. What was that? Hellraiser, right? Oh, I have such sights to show you. Okay. If you think about it, Hellraiser is such a creepy concept. The bottom of the foot, I'm not gonna bother. We're not. I'm not that insane. Oh, I have such sights to show you. I think I'm happy with this. Like, it doesn't. It's mostly the light gray that needs like the details. The dark gray, not so much. Yeah, cause like you get, at least with the light gray, you can kind of see like the differentiators, right? You know what I mean? Like where the seams are, the molding is, which is I think more important for the light gray. So let's move on to the right side of things. Let's start with the foot first, and then we'll. Oh God, there it is. I don't think I asked. Maybe I did, but it's always worth asking. How was your week, you guys? You know, I know we're closing in on the holiday season. Students are, what you call it? Oh God, students are wrapping up their school year. Hopefully, well by next week. The adults are hopefully wrapping up their work, or at least like a slow turn, the slow point of their job for the holidays, or at least maybe the ramp up before the slow down in the next coming weeks. But how have you guys been so far? Hope you guys have been okay. Um, and if you're not, I hope it gets better for you. You know, I think we all deserve at least a good holiday season, be it Christmas or whatever you celebrate this year. A bit of rest or respite would be good for everybody. Maybe additional points of success would be good too, but I think I'll only ask for rest right now. Personally. You know what I have noticed, because I started doing an office job, my fucking back issues, my shoulder issues have come back because, you know, like my shoulders are moving forward because of the way I work. Because of that, hold on. The hazards of office life, man. I don't know if that was audible. I hope it was. That was a good crack. That was like 3 spinal columns worth. I'm not joking though. Like when I was unemployed, I didn't have the shoulder issues, but then now that I'm back working on a computer screen and an office setting, my shoulders round out more than I do in the daily. Even more than I stream, because at least when I stream, I use I use a controller, right, for most of my gameplays, so I can always move back. Whereas, the office is just rounded back and shoulders. Hold on, let me see if I can. No, I don't think I can trigger another one. But no. I think if I try to trigger another one, that will be paralysis. Like paralysis extraordinaire if I attempt one. So let's leave it at that. Okay. Footsie is done. Okay. Nice. Let me. If I really wanted to, right? If I really wanted to procrastinate, I could say we'll do the, we'll do the weapons tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. We're gonna finish this today. We're gonna finish this today. I promise. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'd be so evil if I did that. I feel like I'd be such an asshole. Or like, I don't know. There is some really cool detail here with like the back of the legs, the piping that you could like apply a coating of the black ink, just maybe a thinner version of it, but I'm not. This is already a lot of effort for me. Let's not push my luck with terms of willingness to do this thing. So we're doing it, but we're not doing it at a maximum effort. Actually, this is my maximum. You can tell I'm rushing. You can tell I'm rushing this. Yeah, there's a point though, like where it's like, you just gotta do what makes sense. As long as both sides kind of match, you know. Okay, there we go. Let me do a part. Let me do a review a bit if they match. Hold on. The front didn't really color. Hold on. Oh, wait, we forgot to do the thingy thing for this. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here it is. Fuck. That shin guard thing. Or like not shin guard, but the booster guard. I was like, what the fuck? There it is. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Should we, I'll just do a lazy. Hold on. For the top of this, just a quick boom, 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 and then wipe it off. Yeah. It didn't do anything. It didn't have enough time to dry, but boom, 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 and then wipe. That's enough. I don't think it did anything. All right. And then we'll do the hips. The hips should be this. Okay. I can just tap this one actually, the hips. Yeah. Super lazy, I know. But you have to do what you gotta do, man. There we go. See? Wipey wipe with your thumb. That's the greatest tool. God given gift. think that's enough. Lazy builds. Okay. Where's the hip? This is the hip. Which is the? I'm trying to figure out what the front is. This is the front. Okay. Oh god. It's a bit like, I don't know. Ooh, the mobility. Okay, I'll show you. Mobility is a bit strange. It exists, but it's weird. It feels weird, but it's actually good. Good in the sense of like it's good mobility, but it's all, I don't know. It just feels weird, but it's actually good. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay, legs are done, and then we'll do the boosters, and then after the boosters, I think it's the weapons. So yeah, let me get the core, as they say, booster done. Let me drink some Wawa first. Any questions from chat? Questions, violent reactions as I drink Wawa. Nothing from the class? Alright, looks like there's nothing from the class right now. Let me just, God, hold on. Fix my arms. I'm good. I'm still here, baby. Woo! Alright. D111. D111 and then D. $12. Hold on, what the fuck? And then is it oriented specifically? Always does this weird orientation. The holy hole. Wait, hold on. I need to check because like it has a weird orientation. Like it does this. It shows that, but it's so weird. Hold on. Does it want? Hold on. I mean, does it really matter how it goes? I guess it does. Okay. So it's supposed to look like that. If it'll focus. Weird. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if it needs to be that specific, but I'll do it. It's just I lack insight as to why it needs to be like that. D2 is technically done, I think. These are just neck and eye. But oh fuck, my microplastics. But I think they're done. I don't know. Maybe the runner is not done. I'd like to think it's done. Technically in my mind D2 is done, but we'll see where if the neck and eye goes anywhere else. I feel like it does, but I don't know. We never know. Such is the beauty of life. Okay. Did I? Oh, it is on autoplay. Okay. I was wondering, like, no, the music's been going on for a while. Okay. Oh, is that it? Where does it go? I'm sorry. That okay. This is it. That's just the boosters. That's it. It was like, I don't know why it felt like it was a smaller step to like a bigger, process, but it's not. It's just it. And then we just put them together. Okay. We already put the head there. Nice. Okay. Weapon time. Oh god. Okay. This is, hold on. Why is that so loose? Ooh, the right side is pretty loose though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Oh no, the left side. Oh, it's loose by design. Okay, because I was like, if you look at the shoulder joints, you could pull it a bit, and it has like that little bit of a gappy gap, but it's pretty. Like once you pull it out, it is kind of loosey goosey. Like especially for the right one, like just a little bit of pressure and this thing could pop out. But aside from that, like even with the shitty panel lining that we've done, it's pretty well detailed piece. Let's put the its legs on. Now I understand why someone last week, I don't remember who specifically, mentioned how these kits are per se brittle. The plastic on plastic can feel a bit brittle. I will admit that. Yeah. It, like, you just have, especially like on these thinner pieces, like these arms, which I was worried about last week. It can be a bit not brittle, but it feels like the friction is a lot. But mobility wise though, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. It's just really thin. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Loosey goosey right shoulder. I'm not sure if it's just my piece because it should be identical to the left. It might just be my build specifically, but pretty good, man. I mean, if you can get this on a stand, or I would even say like what do you call it? Like on a display that's like Armored Core theme, like in the Jesus Christ, I cannot talk. Like in the game, that's pretty cool, I think. Okay. We're gonna build the weapons now. And it's not gonna take too long. We're not gonna, for the weapons, we're just gonna build. We're not gonna bother panel lining them because I don't. I don't. Alright. We're almost there, y'all. Oh, 8. 9, 8. 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is not. This is D2. Damn, that's a lot of 9, 10, and 11. Am I missing something? Yep, big ass piece. I'm also not sure about like how we're gonna handle all of these weapons. It's a lot of weapons. I'm probably just gonna put them all in the box. This kit will probably end up being a box kit just because I don't have the space. It's not because I don't think it's cool. It's just I don't have the space. I don't have the action bases to properly display this too. I'm always of the opinion that any model kit, regardless of if it can actually fly or not, deserves an action base. The hell is the point of this? Hold on. Okay. The gun is very thin. But yeah, this is the Scudder. Pretty cool. We're gonna do the Ashmead now. Do you want your gun? Here, have your gun. We're gonna remove it like that. It does feel a bit flimsy flims. Nice. You know what? It can hold a gun. As like as sketchy as that wrist is, it can hold a gun. Just be very careful where you do the lever actions, to where you want to do it here and not here, cuz like you might like snap that. Yeah, that right shoulder is really loose. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. Let's get the Ashmead now. Obi-Wan. Hello. What the fuck does it say? How to assemble what? Oh, you can do a head part with a visor. Oh shit, you get a second head. I was like, that's why we have like other head pieces. You get a second fucking head. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? This is gonna be a dirty weapons. I mean, whenever I build weapons, they never get much attention from me because I'm already drained. But especially this one. There's like so many weapons, bro. Alright. Thank you, fruit. And I love you, and I need you, now they are. Love you, I do need. Okay. So dirty. Hold on, it's so dirty. Hold on. Need to at least make it look like it's decent. Hold on. There we go. Decent, decent. Obi-Wan 2 and Obi-Wan 1. Okay. Okay, here we go. 2 and 1. Y'all still hanging? Y'all still hanging on? Hanging on to dear hope that Deeps will finish this in the next 15 minutes. Me, I'm personally hanging on to dear life, hoping that I can finish this in the next 15 minutes. But I think we're gonna need a 30 because like this is like a lot of weapons. I was hoping we were gonna be done in 3 hours because I had to split this build into 2. My God. And we're still here. And then Jesus Christ, Obi-Wan 14 and oh my God, hold on, Jesus Christ, this is a lot of damn weapons. I'm not even. I'm cutting the pieces directly out of the runner too. Like that's lazy, but it's still not enough. It's highly detailed and intricate though. I will say, like, yeah, it's really like honestly, like aside from my, laziness, it's a really good kit in terms of like, yeah, there's some parts that are wonky as hell. Like that shoulder part, but it's really good in the sense of like it gives you like shit tons of weapons. There's a lot of opportunities for actually like panel lining or just marking the seams and then the molds. And if you really wanted to paint, there's a lot of painting opportunities here. Just how separated the just how separated the plastic is. So pretty good. Obi-Wan 11 and 13. Oh fuck. We're not stopping today. We're not stopping until we you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're not stopping until we actually finish, baby. Until we finish, papi. Alright? That's when we stop. We can't stop, won't stop. Alright, until we finish. Until we finish. Until I finish. Alright, there we go. Boom. And then we need a OB 213. Hold on. Wait, is there one where we have to do it like 15 times? Hold on. It looks like there is. Oh my God, there is. You have to do this 8 times. Fucking hell. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a dual missile launcher here. And yeah, I have to build something 8 times. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. This is my punishment for like always complaining. They don't part separate things. Bandai doesn't part separate. Now I'm like, fuck, I wish you didn't part separate it because I'm bitching now. Cockroach kid. When I'm dead. I think that's what it's gonna happen. When I'm dead. I don't know. Maybe someday, but as per usual, no guarantees. I only pick the kits that. What was I saying? I pick the kits that I like. Anyways, hold on. But yeah, thank you for dropping by, Case. 4 and 5. only double O. Actually, I really like this armored core set. It's a lot though, but yeah, I really like the armored core set. So I'm very partial to getting more of these, to be honest. Yeah. I understood. Gundam. If they come up with more Gundam Double stuff, I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, it's the old stuff. Kind of pick and choose. The movie stuff I like. What the fuck am I doing here? All right, hold on. We gotta assemble this shit. Okay, this is the turn this shit around. This one here. Turn this shit around. But oh, okay. I put that shit together, and then fuck. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck? And then we have Obi-Wan 3. I don't mind anymore though. Bandai can take my money. They're already they can take my money. It's fine. they already they've already taken my money a lot. You know, it's not a it's not a it's not a I'm about to I'm about to no it's not a it's nothing new to me anymore. It's not I'm not against it at this point. Hold on. Oh. So that's why there's a little holy hole here because it won't. I don't. I was like, I don't remember this weapon. It's because I never used the I never used these bunker bust or this pile, whatever it's called, the thing that shoots the single needle. I never used these in the game because I was like, I'm gonna miss. And the one time I did use them, I did miss. So pile buster, whatever you call them. I never use this weapon. I've used this because this is what you start with. This is just the basic like rifle. This I used once for that mission where you have to use it, but I hated it because like I miss. Yeah, I like the armored core stuff. Yeah, I like them. I like them. So maybe I'll get more in the near future. But I like them so far. It's been pretty pleasurable building experience. Hold on. 1 and 2. Oh, no worries, man. I mean, my brain's dead too, cause like I'm fucked, cause had a full week of work. I might have overdosed in the caffeine. But yeah, no worries. But I'm in no rush to buy anything. As you guys know, we're still building the backlog. I'm still earning my money. So things are as they are. My energy did drop. But we're almost done. I'm almost done. Emotionally. 8 and 7. Thank God for the Zara house music. I need this in my life. Makes me feel like I'm in a Zara. God. Bang, 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 huh? I'm like struggling to pick up the tools. No, we can get through it. We shall persevere. We're gonna make it, man. Oh my god. God, the weapons. Jesus Christ. It's a lot. It's a lot. Ah, fuck the panel. Jeez. That's like 2 stack. And then OA 4 and 3. Oh, OA is done. Hold on. OA is done. Nice. Whew. This is really cool. Actually, like if I wasn't just so lazy and like rushing through this to wrap it up, this is really cool. Like legit. The fact that they basically give you a whole slew of weapons. Again, sometimes to the detriment of your mental health. I think it's really cool. This goes. Okay, so it needs to. Okay, so we have to hold on. Okay. Hold on, let me drink some Wawa. And then let's do a sanity check. I'm back! Hold on, OB2. This is OB1. This is OB2. 22 and 23. Oh god. Yep, push it tight, hold on. Okay, there it is. Alright, I don't know what the fuck this is, but... Oh god, look at all this shit. We have to do 8, 12. No, 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 times. Damn it. Okay. Is it matching? Hold on. Up, down, up, down. Okay, it's... Oh, thank god. It's up, down, up, down. Okay, cool, 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 cool. It's up, down, up, down. So it's like... It's fine. It's like... Bang, 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 bang. Thank god. Thank god. It's up, down, up, down. So I can just like cut, 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 and then do the same thing for the one at the top, and then combine them both, and then, you know, move on with our lives from there. We're so close, yo. Oh, I can feel it now. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Dumb free. What the fuck? Where is it? Oh my god, even if we split this stream, it still took us, the second stream still took us like 4 hours. Huh? My god. And I'm actually focused. Like, okay, maybe we fucked around a little bit, right? We fucked around a little bit. I'll be the first to admit. There was a little bit of fucking around happening there. There's a little bit of fucking around happening early part of the stream, right? We admit that. I admit that. But Christ! I actually locked in for a bit, you know? Hold on. Ah, we'll figure it out. I was like, what's what? I'll figure it out. We can't rush. Okay, hold on. God, please. Oh god, wrong piece. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, we're so close. We're so I can feel it. Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? I have a feeling that I was drunk. I have a feeling that I'll be someone. Okay, here we go. I don't know, I'm whispering. I don't know why. Because I can feel it now, Mr. Krabs. I can feel the sanity slipping through myself. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, let C, which is this, align to groove. You cannot be serious. Like, you have okay. Okay. And then D is the ones without a peggy pegs. And they go what direction now? Like, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Let me try to show you guys. So, in order for the three, like, I guess missile pods to show up, like, these two are on pegs. This one has a hole it matches to their peg, and then the ones at the back are pegged too. Okay. I don't know if that made sense. It probably didn't, but it made sense to me. Okay, they are keyed, at least. So we're not just maddeningly figuring it out. Okay. I mean, we've got missiles, right? Whatever these are called again. Dual missile launcher. Yeah, dude. Fuck it. All right, now we need to get D1. I think this is D1, right? D1, yeah. D1. Okay. After these, D1 will be done. Yeah, okay, cool. D1 10, 9. 10. Okay, 10, and then the 9 will be the other side. Okay, we're almost there, baby. We're almost there. I want to give up. I really do. Because my brain is... That's my brain right now. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Scary Movie 2, but then there's a scene where Shorty gets his brain open and it's like brain on drugs and it's like Beetlejuice inside. I feel like there's a reference lost to people, but you know, that's what my brain feels like right now. Brain on drugs. And I'm not on anything except for, well, Advil. Okay. These are supposed to go to the back. So okay, so some parts are definitely a bit thin in my opinion, but they seem to do a job. Okay, look at that. That's pretty dope though. That's pretty that's the game right there. That's the game. You know? That's the game right there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's pretty worth it. That's the game right there though. You know what I mean? Here. Let's make it a little bit more. Oh god, be very careful with the arms as I told myself earlier. Oh yeah. That this so my for my piece, the right shoulder is a bit boosted, but look at that. It's pretty much that. Okay, that's pretty cool. If you have like a display, hold on, we're not done by the way. There's still more weapons apparently, but yeah, like this is really cool. Like if you have like some sort of like diorama display where you have multiple armored cores and then there's like a battlefield, you can really make dynamic scenes just like the game. So I don't know. It's cool. I like it. I like it. Like, I don't know. Very often I feel like we take for granted. Hold on. I think very often we take for granted as like how good a model kit looks in dynamic areas or like areas in environments. I don't know. It just looks really cool, the silhouette. Maybe it's the fact that I played the game. It's that additional emotional attachment from my end that I'm like, that's really fucking cool. But I don't know. I think it's really cool. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, yeah. I'd love to play another Armored Core. Maybe 7 if they come out. I'd definitely be on that. Yeah. I know that's a lie. I've played the previous Armored Core games, but I couldn't really get into it because I remember there was a buddy of mine back in like, well, elementary or was it middle school age. He was like, "Hey man, you should play Armored Core." And I tried it, but it was at the time I didn't have the appropriate gamer skills per se to be equipped to play Armored Core, so it was kind of like not for me. But when I played Armored Core 6, even with the Souls like element I guess to it, I was more equipped gamer wise, you know, gamer skills. Gamer skills. But yeah, I'd love to play another modern Armored Core game if it ever comes out. I hope they do. I hope they come out because I think it's very worth it. And we'll get new model kits too. So like it's an infinite loop of like material for me to, you know, continue to create content, or at least live streams out of. Yeah, just okay, just to show the difference between like the heads pre and post panel lining. It's not that obvious, I guess, on camera, but it is in person, where like just a little bit of ink, even if it's like dirty ink, like it's not, there's no like rhyme or reason or sense to how we put that panel line, really did help. Okay, the B2 is also done, and then we're just gonna put a shroud, here it is. Oh, A2 is also done. We're gonna put his like Cyclops. Hold on. I don't know. I think I like the. So that's the head with the visor, and this is the head without. I think I prefer it without the visor. You know what I mean? As compared to the one with the visor. Or we'll swap the heads because we have the opportunity. It's not like it's restricted. 26. All right, even D2 is done. Nice. Okay. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there, yo. Let me swap the heads just to kind of just show you guys, but this is, yeah, that right shoulder is a bit wonk, unfortunately, and I don't think I can blame myself for that. I think it's just the plastic on plastic, but that's the head without the shroud, without the Cyclops mask. We're gonna change it for the one with the mask, or the shroud, as it said here, or the visor rather. I think I prefer it without the visor. Yeah, look at that with the visor. I mean, it's cool, but with the visor is cool, or without the visor is cooler in my opinion, because it gives you like a, hold on, it gives you like a chin, like it gives you like a, you know what I mean? It has more angularity to it, so we're definitely going to go with the one without the visor. Hold on. I may have broken the one with the visor, but it's okay because that's the face we're not gonna use. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's really cool, man. It's not. We're not done because apparently there's still like parts to the weapon set that we need to like figure out, like this one here. Hold on. And also, just so we can finish it, OB2. Hold on, OB2. OB2 26 and 25. Okay. Oh, it's the launch. Okay, it's the launch of the thingy thing. The launch of the thingy thing. Great. You know what I mean. Okay. The launch of the thingy thing. Speak like a 5-year-old. Okay, we're gonna launch the thingy thing. Dude, you get fucked by this, you're done. Like, okay, hold on. OB214. The hell? Oh, I was like putting it the wrong side. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then we need to do OB115 and OB112. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We're done. Hold on. Okay. The weapons, like, I guess it's just a time thing, but then when it comes to like build streams, weapons always get me because like that's when I'm like, no, fuck, no more effort. Okay, OB2 is done. But again, if you guys do get these kits, do them justice, because I think you'll be paid in dividends if you do. What the hell? Is it wrong? No. Oh, there it is. It's supposed to be angled in. Okay, okay. I'm just dumb. That was on me. And then, what do you mean? OB2 15. Okay. Oh my god, we're almost done. Hold on. Oh my god. I can smell freedom. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Shit, fuck that. Fuck lining that shit up. We're already there, papi. Oh god, please, please. Let me go. Please, let me go. Yes. Yes, look, I don't know what this is, but look at that. And then, oh, wait, hold on. Oh my god. Obi-Wan is done. Obi-Wan done, Obi baby. You're done. Shit. Here it is. Perfect. There it is. And then what do we do? Fuck. What? Why the fuck? Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing a middle piece. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Let me take out the pile buster, whatever it's called. So you're supposed to disassemble this, and then, oh fuck, that's in there tight. Hold on. Come on, I just want to show them the... Ah, fuck. That's in there tight, hold on. Oh my god. I don't want to like give it too much strength because it might break. Okay, essentially, this thing you swap with this here, so it becomes like the flat end, and then it does this. Fuck. If it'll just line up. Please. Please, please, sir. There it is, right? And then just I can't remove this part, but just imagine it's like the flattened end, and then the ching 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 chong pong chong pai comes out. I don't know why I said it that way, but you get what I mean. It's cool, but I prefer it to be short because it all right, we're done. Oh, let me just get my affairs in order here. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. I know it's a long stream, 2 streams, and they were each like 3 to 4 hours. But despite my comments, I very much enjoyed this build. I think, yeah, I mean, I think I'd buy more Armored Core 30-minute missions kits. And to be honest, I think I'm a little bit more interested in 30-minute missions as like a model kit franchise now. Again, some of the designs have always been like on and off for me. Like, I like the look of them, but never enough for me to buy them. But I guess now it's like, now Now that I've built something again from that line, I'm more than willing to like reinvest into the model kit line. Yeah, I mean, you guys have any questions for me or about this build or about myself or anything before we do the slow wrap up that we usually do? Before we do the slow wrap ups we usually do, but so far so good. I think I don't know. I think I'll be paying attention to 30-minute missions, especially like the builds they have for Armored Core a little bit more. I will say there is a risk of this. We've seen it with the right shoulder, with how like it's a bit tight on some places, and the plastic on plastic friction can be, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. Usually it's a good thing, but here it does feel, I understand what God, I think it was Kaze who mentioned that it was brittle last week, so I kind of understand where that's coming from. But from a detail perspective, from a build perspective, it's very highly detailed. It builds well to the sense where I feel comfortable with it. And if you want to modify it, paint it the way you like, or if you had like if you had a specific color and like design in Armored Core when you played it, I think you could easily recreate it with, if you with artistic skill, of course. But yeah, man, that has been the Nightfall Raven Armored Core from Armored Core under the 30-minute missions brand from Bandai. This is gonna be the last build for the year. We are going to, let's see, I'll just put it like that. I don't know how to make it cool. Hold on. We are gonna be taking a break from streaming soon, but we have 2 more days of streams. If you guys want to catch me, we'll have tomorrow, and then we'll have hopefully on Sunday as well. We're gonna be finishing up Pokemon Legends ZA. And then what else do I have to say? And then if we finish Pokemon Legends ZA tomorrow completely, we shall gamble. We're gonna play some Clover Pit. Final stream of the year, final stream before I hit my vacation will be a gambling stream. Hopefully, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But then we will be back on next year, January. I hope you guys will still remember me, still remember to catch the deep streams then. But I won't say goodbye for the year just yet. We still have 2 more streams. All right. So, outro time. So, thank you for dropping by, everybody who came by. To those over on YouTube, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. To those over at Twitch, drop a follow if you haven't. And to everybody, tell your friends about me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And remember, drink some Red Bull before you stream after a work day. I think you'll need it. I needed it, but I refused. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and yeah, peace out, everybody. Bye. Bam.